Hello everyone, I'm Divya Palankar. Today I'm discussing about bailment rights and duties of bailer and bailee. Firstly, let us know about bailment. Bailment is a legal relationship in common law where the owner transfers physical possession of personal property for a time but retains ownership. The owner giving up custody is the bailer and person who takes is bailee. In other words, bailment is different from contract for sale of the property, even where such contracts include seller financing or the making of payments for the property. Let us understand what are essentials of bailment. First one is contract. The first condition is that there must be a contract between the two parties for the delivery of goods. Such contract may be express or implied and written, or it may be oral. Delivery of goods. This contract is for the delivery of some movable goods from one person to another person or to his authorized agent. If the goods are immovable, the contract will not be a contract of bailment. Change of possession. The possession of goods must be offered by such contract. Custody without a possession is not a contract of bailment. Purpose of delivery. The delivery of goods must be is for temporary purposes. It may be for safe custody, repair, carriage for gratuitous use by the bailee. Number of parties. There is two parties tender such contract. For example, the bailer and bailee. The person delivering the goods is called the bailee, and the person to whom the goods are bailed is called bailee. Right of ownership. In a contract of bailment, the right of ownership remains with an owner and is not changed. If the ownership is transferred to the contract, will be a contract of sale and is not bailment. Goods in possession of bailee. The delivery of the goods is not essential if the goods are already in the possession of person who enters into the contract as bailee. Redelivery of goods. Under such contract, the goods are redelivered to the bailer or according to his direction upon the fulfillment of the purpose by the bailee. Change of form. If the goods bailed are altered in form by the bailee, such as cloth is converted into a shirt, still the contract is one of bailment. Now we'll understand who is a bailer. A bailer is a person who trusts another person to keep property safe until that property can be returned to its owner. In other words, someone who delivers an item of personal property to another person under a contract of bailment while retaining ownership. Duties of bailer: duty to disclose faults. In case of gratuitous bailment, the bailer is expected to disclose to the bailee all the defect known to him and which would get in the way with use of goods. For example, A hire a carriage of B in unsafe. B is not aware of it and A is injured. B is still responsible to A for the injury. Duty to repay bailee's expenses. A bailer is duty bound to repay the bailee expenses incurred by him for work done on the goods received under conditions of bailment and for which is not receiving any remuneration or deriving any benefit. Duty to indemnity the bailee. The bailer is bound to make good the loss suffered by the bailee, that is, in excess of the benefit actually derived where he had delivered the goods gratuitously and compelled the bailee to return them before the expiry of the period of bailment. Duty to compensate bailee for breach of warranty. Every contract of bailment warrants the bailee about the bailer's title being defect free. Duty to claim back the goods. The bailer is bound to accept the goods upon being returned by the bailee in accordance with the claim's terms of bailment. If he refuses or fails to accept back the goods if offered at a proper time at a proper place without any reasonable ground, he shall be responsible for any loss or damage to the goods and not the bailee. Rights of bailer: right to enforce bailee's performance. Since the bailer delivers goods to the bailee for some specific purpose, the former, especially in case of non gratuitous bailment, has an elemental right to achieve that purpose or obtain the benefit through the latter. For example, if X delivers suit lent to Y, his tailor to stitch a suit for him, X, that is bailer, will see that the tailor does the needful in desired manner. Right to claim damages. In all the cases of bailment, the bailer has the right to claim for damages against the loss, if any, caused to the goods bailed due to the bailee's negligence or misconduct. Right to claim compensation against unauthorized use of goods. A good example for this situation: A lets B use his car but with a condition that only B shall drive. B allows C, a member of his family, to drive the car meets with some accident. Now, B is liable to compensate for the damages caused. Right to demand return of goods along with exoneration to, if any. The bailer enjoys the exclusive right to have the goods bailed delivered back to him in safe and sound condition after the time of bailment has expired or the purpose behind the bailment has been achieved. We'll understand who is bailee. A bailee is an individual who temporarily gains possession but not ownership of a good or other property. The person who receives property through a contract of bailment from the bailer and who may be committed to certain duties of care towards the property while it remains in his or her possession. Duties of bailee: duty to take reasonable care. Section 151 of the Indian Contract Act provides that the bailee is under obligation to take care of the goods bailed to him as an ordinarily a man in his place would have taken under the similar situation. Duty not to mix or part with the goods. Section 155 of the Indian Contract Act: if the bailee has mixed the goods and while doing so he had the prior consent of the bailer, then the bailer will have interest over the goods in proportion to the goods he has bailed. Duty to return goods. Section 159 states that the bailer may ask for the return of loan at any point of time if the loan is provided gratuitously to him. Duty to deliver increase or profit accrued from bailment. Section 163 states that in the absence of any contract to the contrary, the bailee is bound to deliver to the bailer or according to his directions any increase or profit which may have accrued from the bailed. Duty not to make any unauthorized use. Section 154 of the Indian Contract Act: bailment: the bailer transfers the goods the bailee for some purpose and the bailee is responsible for using the goods bailed according to the purpose of bailment. Rights of bailee: right to know material faults in goods. The bailee has right to know material faults in goods according to section 150 of the Indian Contract Act. The bailer is bound to disclose the bailey fault in the goods bailed, of which the bailer is aware and which materially interfere with the use of them. Right to claim proportionate share in mixed goods. The bailee has right to claim proportionate share in mixed goods. According to section 155 of the Indian Contract Act, it is the duty of bailee not to mix the goods bailed with his own goods without the consent of the bailer. Right to claim lien for remuneration. The bailee has right to claim lien for remuneration. The term lien means right of one person retain possession of goods owned by another until the professor claims against the owner have been satisfied. Right to recover compensation. The bailee has right to recover compensation from the bailer for the loss sustained. Section 164 of Indian Contract Act says that the bailer is responsible to the bailee if any loss which the bailee may sustain the reason that the bailer was not entitled to make the bailment. Right to claim damages. According to section 150 and 164 of in the Indian Contract Act, the bailee has right to claim damages due to defect in bailor's title or faults in goods. Right to claim expenses of bailment. The bailee has right to claim expenses of bailment. Section 158 of the Indian Contract Act conference on bailee right to recover expenses of bailment. Last one, right to claim indemnity. According to section 159 of the Indian Contract Act, the bailee has right to claim indemnity. Thank you.